bearish. But I am finding it interesting that we have this liquidity pull up here.
Each moment I'm watching my vengeance unfold. The child of my body, the flesh of my soul will die in returning. The birthright
Previews we high on in Q. So to me that's an SMT of some sort, but I'm not sure what to do with it.
Tonight.
Are you ready? Yeah. Let's go.
Critics are calling The Accountant 2 undeniably awesome.
Is your brother up to speed on the case?
Braxton, thank you for coming. I'm really glad you're here. Did you say that? Yeah. Unbelievable.
Ben Affleck and John Bernthal have electric chemistry.
That's my big brother up there!
It's better than the original in every way.
Anything else?
I think we gotta go get drunk.
And it's one of the most entertaining movies of the year.
How do they turn this
so,
off?
too.
The Accountant 2, rated R, under 17 animated without parent. Only in theaters tonight.
Taking a look at the FanDuel Casino forecast, it's looking like jackpots will be dropping today and tomorrow. Then looking ahead to next week, more jackpots. That's right, another jackpot front is moving in, which means these pots will be dropping well into next week and beyond, folks. This jackpot pressure system isn't going anywhere. Expect more FanDuel Casino jackpots continuing throughout
With jackpots on
the month.
more
Next month,
games, like Huff and More Puff and Cash Eruption, there's always a chance of a FanDuel Casino jackpot in the forecast. FanDuel Casino jackpots. More jackpots, more winners every hour. 21 plus and present in select states. Opt-in required and then must expressly opt out. Only available on select games. Jackpot wagers and awards are independent from the underlying games. See rules at fanduel.casino.com for restrictions and eligible games. Every hour is based on more jackpots and winners per hour on average versus prior to February 18, 2025. No guaranteed jackpot winner every hour. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now and then I think of when we
The road goes ever on and on, down from the door where it began. Now far ahead the road has gone, and I must follow if I can. Pursuing it with eager feet until it joins some larger way where many paths and errands meet, and whither then I cannot say. Roads go ever on, over rock and under tree, by caves where never sun has shone, by streams that never find the sea, over snow, by winter sown, and through the merry flowers of June, over grass and over stone, and under mountains in the moon. Roads go ever on, under cloud and under star, yet feet that wandering have gone turn at last to home. Eyes that fire and sword have seen, and horror in the halls of stone, look at last on meadows green, and trees and hills they long have known.
Oh, I forgot to turn my heart rate monitor on this morning. Let's see here.
The road goes ever on and on, out from the door where it began. Now far ahead the road has gone, let others follow it who can. Let them a journey new begin, but I at last with weary feet will turn towards the lighted inn, my evening rest and sleep to meet.
Can't believe you scored tickets to this Nati Natasha concert.
After saving so much at T-Mobile, I thought, why not splurge?
There she is.
Nati, can we get a picture?
Of course. Wow, that's a nice picture.
The S25 Plus takes awesome selfies.
Tag me and I'll follow you.
Get a new Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus with Galaxy AI on us when you trade in your current phone in any condition. Plus, families can switch and save 20% versus Verizon and AT&T's best plans, plus streaming.
Savings with 3 lines including taxes, fees, plus optional streaming services. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch.
Right now at Domino's, get unlimited menu-priced pizzas for 50% off when you order online. But for this week only, choose any size and any crust, including new Parmesan stuffed crust and any toppings you want. You can order as many as you want, and they'll all be half price. But don't miss out. This half-price offer is available for this week only when you order online. So order now. You must select this limited-time offer. Minimum purchase required for delivery. Valid 4/21 to 4/27. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary. Online only. Offer applies to the pizza portion of your order only.
What does the hourly look like?
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
This gap has never been touched. Got clean highs. See. 1, 2, 3. So we have a 74% chance of going down here though.
Enchanters, the time has come to be alive in the circle of Magi, where we will thrive with our brothers. Enchanters remind the tide will not unwind, the dragon's crooked spine will never straighten into line. What we plead will be a faithful and decree, where a man will not retreat from the defeat of his fathers. Enchanters, a time has come for better lines. We will cut this knot of ties, and some may live and some may die. Enchanter, come to me. Enchanter, come to me. Enchanter, come
I'm an idiot here, but
can you come to see? As you once were blind in the light, now you can see. In our strength we can rely.
picking a small short. I just feel like we have to retrace.
Enchanter, come to me.
We don't have to.
Enchanter, come to me. Enchanter, come to see. Can you come to see? As you once were blind in the light, now you can sing. In our strength we can rely, and history will not repeat. Enchanters, the time has come to be alive.
Yeah, I was an idiot.
Circle of Magi, where we will thrive with our brothers. Enchanters remind the time will not unwind, the dragon's crooked spine will never straighten into line. What we plead will be a faithful and decree, where a man will not retreat from the defeat of his fathers. Enchanters, a time has come for better lines. We will cut these knotted ties, and some may live and some may die. Enchanter, come to me. Enchanter, come to me. Enchanter, come to see. Can you come to see? As you once were blind in the light, now you can sing. In our strength we can rely, and history will not repeat. Enchanter, come to me. Enchanter, come to me. Enchanter, come to see. Can you come to see? As you once were blind in the light, now you can sing. In our strength we can rely, and history will not repeat.
We're in a war. You want to fight? Or you want to win?
Now streaming.
You're thinking small, you're thinking like a thief. I'm thinking like a soldier. Think like a leader.
The critically acclaimed series Andor returns to Disney+.
If it goes up in flames, it will burn very brightly. Remember this moment. You're right here, and you're ready to fight. Welcome to the rebellion.
Andor Season 2. New episodes Tuesdays.
I just
only on Disney+.
cut that.
Yo,
What's up?
how you doing?
Just streaming a little bit, recording my journal.
Upload it to YouTube or?
Yeah, I upload them to YouTube then.
Oh, do you do it live or just afterwards?
No, I do it live, and then it automatically gets uploaded.
Oh yeah, okay. Do you edit them or anything, or do you just like?
Every once in a while, edit out the specific trades that I took, if it's a good one or a bad one that I particularly want to point out.
Okay.
Or how much energy.
But otherwise, you just.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's a good habit, I suppose.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I mean, you know, apart from sinusitis, fucking shit, you know, then I'm doing alright.
I got you.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying.
That doesn't sound like fun.
No, it's shit, but it's how it is.
I got you.
So you done for the day, or?
I'm not sure. I'm down $20 on the day.
I'm up $55 on the day. Sorry, come again. I'm sorry I interrupted. You said what?
I took a stupid short. I knew I shouldn't have taken it, but I took it anyway. And I cut.
Yeah, okay.
I cut it early, so.
Yeah, okay. Where did you go short?
Because I'm bearish.
No, not wine. Like where?
I went basically the top of the. I shorted the top of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 953 candle.
Let me see the 953. No.
I cut it on ES. I cut it about right away then. It was down $1.
Yeah, okay, so you went short because we hit the buy side on the hourly.
No, it's just because I was thinking NQ was going to make an SMT there. I predicted SMT is what I did.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay, I don't use that, so that's fine. Okay. No, I always ask because it's interesting, you know, to know other people's thoughts. Yeah, I went long in the. I did basically the same setup as I did yesterday, so I took the 5-minute fair value gap continuation of trend. Yeah. And I went long, but I took my profit too quick, and then I went. Let me see, I went long, took profit too quick, then I went long again, and it stopped me out, and I gave back the profit, and then I went long again in another little fair value gap, and now I'm like small green. So I should have sat in that trade, and the stupid thing was I was break even, and I was thinking, you know what, you motherfucker, today is going to be the day when you will just leave that stop at break even and go for your target. But no, I didn't. It's something I'm working on.
I'm just not sure where we're going today. I'm bearish.
I think we will go for previous day high.
Well, and see, that's where the interesting thing is ES took previous week high yesterday. NQ didn't.
No. I mean, we have these flat tops or whatever. You remember we were talking about this yesterday? So like one of my own theories. We have small. Yeah, and on the hourly we have this we have these flat tops on yesterday, so it just kind of seems like a place.
Yeah. The thing to me though is we haven't touched the new week opening gap or the day gap. That's a new day. We dipped into the top quadrant, but we didn't. I don't think we even hit 25%.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, exactly. The one from the day before yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, we just tipped into it and then went strong away from it.
Yeah. And the previous, so that would have been, see, today's Wednesday, right? So Thursday, so Wednesday, Tuesday was the gap. Monday, we've never touched the EQ of the previous day range, and New York Midnight Open was never touched. So that's So
No.
it was Tuesdays, right? Tuesday. So Wednesday we have. Let's see, Monday, or sorry, Wednesday, Tuesday. So Monday's gap. So today we have like a 74% chance to go down there, but it's just not giving it.
No, I think like where about we are now, like ICT talks about like the mid range of like wicks, you know, and I don't use that, but I use the this like the flat bodies of the candles as sort of like, what is it he calls it, mitigation block or whatever he calls it. Yeah, so I'm kind of looking at that, so sort of this range where price might, you know, take some stops and then continue lower into yesterday's. Into Tuesday's gap up. I'm sorry, Wednesday's gap up. No, Tuesday morning. Fuck, you know what I mean. Yesterday's gap up. So I'm thinking that that's a likely theory for me, but I don't want to trade on it because.
Swing it though, like that's a very bullish open and then a very bearish close of the day. That's like huge range though.
Yeah, I don't want to trade on my bearish thesis because I usually look at the charts and I'm like, okay, what was respected last? And when I look at today, I look at the way that we bounced from this gap. We just barely tipped into it and we bounced up. I look at that as sort of like a sign of bullish behavior.
Yeah.
So I went into the session thinking that I want to go long because of the way the price has recently reacted. But that's just my theory, you know, it doesn't work.
Well, now we're at the. We just wicked into the 15-minute fair value gap here of the displacement candle.
Picture this.
Tim
Hortons and get a warm
on ES or
so
I'm not.
We're above it, but we just hit the order
when you
block.
buy any
Oh, we
size
haven't
coffee,
quite hit
hot
the
or
order
cold.
block.
Because when you're running on empty, you want a breakfast that does more than just fills you up.
Yeah,
so start your
we will see.
routines, because you deserve a breakfast that's as good as your day is going to be.
Thinking that
Participating US restaurants offer valid
we've had
breakfast hours. Exclusions apply. Additional terms apply.
10 up close candles on the 5-minute chart.
Yeah.
It's usually time to sort of maybe slow down a little bit and give a reversal. Sorry, not a reversal, but a retracement. But who the fuck knows? I didn't expect such a move, honestly. I expected a move up to the hourly buy-side liquidity and the small hourly fair value gap from yesterday at 1966, and I expected, you know, from that point the price to go down into the gap. I really didn't expect this move. But it's just continuing slowly. Like, it respected the EMAs all the way up. It's funny how sometimes hindsight trading, you had the perfect entry of the day, right? And your system told you not to exit, but you exit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Funny. Well, not like haha funny, but like funny. Yeah. It's another funny thing that when the trend is clearly up, we traders, we feel we miss it and we're just looking for the reversal. Yeah. But the funny thing is, if we just took all the 1 minute small fair value gap pullbacks, you know, we would have made a lot of money today.
Yep.
Like, it doesn't have to be more complicated than that, but because we, you know, fearful of how far can it go, we doubt the trend.
That's
I do
the
at
sucky
least.
part about it.
Yeah. We will learn. Or adapt. Or not. Depends if it's part of our system, of course.
Yeah. If we're going for previous day high here, though, I want to see ES break this with some momentum.
Yeah.
I don't want it to hover in this fair value gap.
No. No, it's moving up, but it's just not. I don't know. I just it's not moving that fast. You long or short, or you out?
I'm long here with that pullback.
Okay.
But I'm measuring some stuff here.
In these tomes are tales of Tormengar, binder of book and scribe of saga, tales of art history, tales of mart mystery, tales of the dark in the ways long past. Tales of the blood spilled to build our kingdom. Tales of the heroes strong in courage. Stains on the garment, stains on the parchment, stains red and black of the ways long.
There she goes. Very nice. Are you trading NQ today?
No, ES. I'm really thinking about short here.
Yeah. Could be the place.
But I could be just falling into my bias, letting my bias rule.
It's the C of this the big wick. Sorry, the big wick on NQ. Yeah, I'm not looking at ES. How is ES? Ah, yes, I see. Yeah, it's the fair value gap.
I just don't know where I want to stop. Is the issue.
Interesting place on ES actually. But it didn't hold the C.
Yeah. No, it's still holding the CE right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
On the hourly? Ah, you're looking at the 15-minute.
I'm looking at the 1 minute at the moment, but the 15-minute, it's still rejected it too. But we got 5 minutes left on the candle.
Yeah. On ES,
Such a good short.
it's probably gonna close negative. Sorry, the next candle.
Money for college or career training? Fund your path with the Michigan
Yeah.
Achievement Scholarship. Odds are you'll qualify for
I think either this 15-minute candle is gonna break right through this fair value gap, or the next one is gonna close into the fair value gap on the 15-minute. I think so.
Just fill out the FAFSA to apply. Get started at mi.gov.
That's how it looks like to me.
That's mi.gov/achievement.
Picture this. You walk into a Tim Hortons and get a warm toasted English muffin or a buttery biscuit layered with fluffy fresh cracked eggs, melty cheese, and savory sausage or bacon. Now imagine
Did you
that
short it?
sandwich for just $3 when you buy any size
Nice.
coffee, hot or cold.
Nicely done.
Because when you're running on empty, you want a breakfast that does more than just fills you up. So start your morning with Tim's, because you deserve a breakfast that's as good as your day is going to be. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid only during breakfast hours. Exclusions apply. Additional terms apply.
All the Latin urban hits are here in the playlist Reggaeton y Perreo.
Listen, save, and share it here on Spotify.
Ese cuerpito que tú tienes trae baño chiquitito te queda. Esa blanquita con el sol y de una ya se pone moje.
What's NQ doing? Oh, it's almost did a break of structure.
Mm-hmm. Didn't give me a short. I wanted the inverted Favega on NQ if I was going short.
Yeah. That's about to give
It didn't quite. Yeah.
Hey, I was just thinking about you and was wondering how it's all going. Hopefully you're working on mending after your surgery. Hopefully that's all going well. And just wanted to let you know I'm thinking about you. So, yeah.
It's interesting how this 15 and 5 minute candle will close.
Yeah, it's something that I find interesting about ES and NQ though. ES likes to reject fair value gaps, NQ likes order blocks, and it's kind of doing that. But I don't know.
What do you mean, like ES is rejecting the Favega gap on the 15 minute chart, and NQ is rejecting order block. Yeah, I see what you mean.
There's your short.
Yeah, it's okay.
Did it actually make a low there?
We didn't get a break of structure, to be honest, so it's actually not valid setup for me.
It's not a good.
I was hoping this 15 minute candle will close down. Because the problem will be if the next 15 minute candle will be a down close candle, it will do a manipulation in the beginning and it might take out our stop.
Yeah. But if this is the top though, it shouldn't close above. It shouldn't even wick above.
True. True. It depends how this 15 minute candle goes. Ugly trading.
It's only
I usually want when
going against it.
Yeah, true. I usually want when I get these kind of moves, I usually want like few big candles on the 1 minute chart that's like really indicating, okay, you know, now we want to retrace. Because what it's doing now is just sort of giving a normal retracement on 1 and 5 minute charts. But let's see, the battle isn't lost. Get a big down close 1 minute candle on the next one. You're still short, yeah?
Yeah. I want to see some movement though.
Yeah, me too. I want to have a big down close candle on the 1 minute chart closing below this swing low it made. Otherwise, it's like, it's not really like we need to close below the 10 5 minute candle on this 5 minute candle. Otherwise, it's just like going into the EMA and like bouncing off that, which is just a long setup then. So I want this 5 minute candle close below.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Yeah, probably not gonna give it.
Before
Nope, that was just a
Hey, thanks, man.
pullback.
No, wait, my phone, come back! It's my boarding
I think so, yeah.
phone number's my life, come back!
Checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Picture this. You walk into a Tim Hortons and get a warm toasted English muffin or a buttery biscuit layered with fluffy fresh cracked eggs, melty cheese, and savory sausage or bacon. Now imagine that breakfast sandwich for just $3 when you buy any size coffee, hot or cold. Because when you're running on empty, you want a breakfast that does
Did you exit?
fills you up. So start
Yeah, I
your morning
reversed
with Tim's,
actually.
because
I
you
just
deserve a
straight up
breakfast
reversed
that's
it.
as good as your day is going to be.
I'm never really doing that, but
Offer valid only during breakfast hours. Exclusions apply. Additional terms apply.
Thy ticket, Lady Jennifer of Coolidge.
Well, many thanks, good sir. Hereth my Discover card.
They accept Discover at Renaissance fairs?
Yeah, they do here. Discover is accepted at the places I love to shop. Getteth with the times.
With the times? You're playing the lute.
Yeah, and it sounds pretty good, right?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
do you still use Ninja Trader
Yep.
and Replicanto?
Yep.
Do you find sometimes you enter with your leader account and all your follower accounts don't enter?
If it's really volatile. And
Yeah.
it's if I place a bid but it fills it instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Then
it doesn't enter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So like, if you don't enter with market, but you enter with like buy ask or buy bid,
Yeah.
then Yeah, it can give you a fucked up entry. Do you usually enter with market entry?
Normally bid.
Buy the bid, sell the ads.
And sell the bid sometimes even, except for the last
Yeah.
contract normally.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Previous day high seems likely. News in 10 minutes?
For what?
Something.
Natural gas storage?
Yeah, it's not usually very meaningful, but I find if price is moving slow or something, that can be the trigger sometimes.
Yeah, I was watching the existing home sales one, but alright, all out. I'm gonna wait for another pullback.
Yeah.
NQ is so much more bullish.
Yeah, NQ looks alright. I just I don't really see an entry. That's the problem.
No. Alright, so that 1009 candle will be a nice entry inverse.
On NQ?
Yeah.
1009.
1010, sorry.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, exactly. That would probably be it.
I don't think he'll give it.
If we get it. I don't think it will give it. I think it will just like kinda creep up slowly. It might close this 5-minute candle off before it goes higher. Who knows? You green for the day now?
Barely. $50.
Nah, that's alright. I went from $50 green to $50 red.
That's not bad.
No, it's a decent place to stop, to be honest. Take a red day. When it's a small red day, try to be disciplined with that. I think that's pretty good. I'll wait for this news to see what happens. Maybe take one more trade, but still like the look of the 15 minutes for reversal. Like, sorry, retracement into the big 15-minute candle and NQ.
Yeah, it could happen.
That would be a really nice trade. It's just too close to previous day high, isn't it? You're kind of thinking that it wants to fuck you as much as possible. I'm always thinking that.
That's what it's trying to do.
How can price fuck us?
Taking one off. I bought the
I thought you were all up. Oh, you took the NQ dip?
Well, yeah, the MNQ is what I meant to say.
Yeah, same shit, isn't it?
I didn't get an optimal entry. I saw like 12 points of drawdown.
On NQ?
Yeah.
It's alright. How many contracts are you entering with then?
I only entered with 2.
Okay.
I'm being very I don't know if it's because of my surgery or my meds. I've just been very, very good.
I think that's really good. I think it's really good. I think being careful is always good, because how I think about it is like, the longer time you stay in the market, the more opportunities you get, and then if you can manage to stay afloat, often that's kind of what brings the best trades to you. Is like just sort of jabbing small trades here and there, jab, and then once in a while the market allows you to get that big swing, knockout. And otherwise, you just want to keep jabbing slowly.
Think again. Avian flu has impacted millions of caged and cage-free hens who rarely, if ever, set foot outside.
That's how I look at it.
Free-range and pasture-raised farms at Pete and Jerry's are different. Our family farms.
I like that philosophy, because I think it will be a big help when eventually, all the prop shit and all that sort of stuff, and we have to go live and trade our own account. This like big trades proportional to the account. I think it will just fuck with you mentally. Even though you know that you have like 65% win rate, and you know that after this many days and that many days you should get a green day and all the statistics. I think if you sit through 2 red days or 3 red days, taking like 8 to 10% risk on a live account per trade, you're gonna be sweating. Like it's not gonna be very pleasant. And I think if taking like 2-3%, you're just gonna sit through it and think, whatever.
Yeah. I think I've got to Jess on that.
Discover at Renaissance fairs?
She's been DMing me quite a bit, and she
Who?
likes trading Jess, the
with the ties.
Rich's friend that joined the Discord.
Yeah, and it sounds.
Yeah, okay, her. Yeah.
And she's been trading 1 to 2
based on the February 2024
and I'm
Nielsen
like,
report.
Wow.
dude, you gotta cut that out.
Yeah, stop that. It's addiction. It's fucking euphoria. It's gambling, honestly.
I mean, she only takes 1 setup, and she's got a decent hit rate with it. But $1 US is like $5 Thai or Malaysian.
Yeah.
And I was like, why do you need that much?
Yeah.
She told
I
me, I'm
totally
gonna
agree.
message her today. She told me today she's got a live Top Step account. Well,
Okay.
a funded account. She told me
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
gonna start doing micros on it, so I'm gonna check up on her on that.
Nice. Yeah, do it. I think definitely. And also for us, you know, we have to sort of maybe consider a little bit further than what you said. Also consider like why do we start trading? What's the reasons for us to start trading? Like it's obviously because we saw the, you know, get rich quick, all the YouTubers and all that sort of stuff. And that was the reasons why we got into it. You know, most of us, like I would say 9 out of 10 people. And that still lingers in our perception of what this is. And we have this like we've been taught like a dog that's been taught the wrong things, that if you enter with a mini you can make money quick. You know, you can get really quick gratification out of your trades. And when we get frustrated, we tend to sort of go back into that mindset, like, you know, let me just fucking show the market and I'll enter with one mini and I'll make back that $500 loss in seconds, right? And then you end up with a 1,500 loss, you know, and you can't recover it, and you blow the accounts, and it's just a never-ending cycle. And if that's the mindset that we have, we will never break free of this, I think, because if you would never treat a live account like that, and if you did, you know, I will call it gambling, not trading. So why do you treat, you know, your prop firm accounts like this? Also, the worst attitude with this is patience.
Yeah.
You don't have patience.
But part of that's to do with Western civilization, where you, even with your business, you take those big gambles to make the big hits.
Yeah.
And this is more vicious on that level. Like, you gamble your business, like you take a big contract or something like that, you can normally pull it off. But we reward people that think that way. And so it's natural for us to think, even if we're thinking this is our business or this is what we want to do for a living, our society rewards that type of behavior. Even though we technically don't, in the sense that we don't encourage people to go gamble, but we encourage you. You're called being a business person with foresight or a visionary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've been taught to take risks in order to, you know, get somewhere in life. You know, you got to be bold. You got to push for it. That's what we told in school. The harder you push, the more you will make. And in trading, that's just like absolutely opposite. If you keep pushing,
I mean, it's true, but you shouldn't risk more than you're like. You can push as hard as you want, as long as you're risking the appropriate amount. But you're not going all on black or all on red, you know?
100%, and that's what I mean about this. Like, you keep jabbing, jab, and then 4 out of 5 days is just $100 here, $100 there, you know, $200 here, $200 there, and then that day when your mind is right and you see the trend really clearly, and you're on the right side and you average into the position, you make that big day, and that's it. That's what I feel. That's plus, you know, $200, $250 or $300 or whatever, even $150. It fucking adds up quick with whatever, how many accounts. So she's doing the same as Rich.
Yeah, she's close.
Because he was trading minis, right?
But
yeah.
Oh man, why'd you do that?
What?
So close to my limit order.
Hey.
Like 5 points. I think she's going to be. She'll be getting a payout soon. I really think so.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like
Rich?
when I've seen. Sorry, go ahead.
I think Rich suffers from. I shouldn't be saying this because it's but I'm going through fears, and I'm sorry, Rich, but he suffers from FOMO.
Yeah. Probably. I think. Hey, give it to him, baby. There we go. That's nice. Nice.
Well, it
Nice.
only took it off on
Yeah.
It'll...
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Very good.
Are you watching my stream?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't have enough. I don't have enough on my. I only have 2 monitors, so I don't.
Oh,
I actually stream a little bit sometimes myself, but not today. But yeah, FOMO. I mean, it's especially hard if I've suffered from FOMO as well. After doing okay and then getting a few payouts and then hitting a rough path with blowups and then taking a break and then seeing other people, do well, that definitely induced some FOMO, 100%. I think that. Yeah, I think when I've seen traders do well, like, back when Kevin did well and now you've had a good period. Sorry, I should rephrase that. You have a good period. It's all like, I kind of see this when I look at traders' P&L and days and stuff. It's all very consistent. It's like small losses, small wins, consistent wins, and then one or two like bigger wins here and there. And when you see these traders that don't have that consistency, that don't reach the payout, they can't sustain 10 days, they can't sustain 8 days or whatever it is. It's very varying. It's like, more than $500 loss, like $1,000 loss. It's, $1,000 win, $1,500 win. Like, it's this very sort of like swinging up and down. And I just.
The other thing that helped me, and I'm not through this by any means because I still do those $1,000 days.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at it, where I cut my losses early. But when I go, like today, I've made on average, it's like $199 across my accounts, right?
It's good.
The lowest one's $186. Okay, that's cool.
Good.
But the thing is when I work, I just got my new position, so it's like almost $3 more an hour now. But I was pulling in 12 hours at 22.25. What would that be? It's like 275, right? Let me see.
Like 250 a day.
Yeah, before tax.
275 a day. Yeah, okay, yeah. 265 or something before. Yeah. No, sorry, yeah, you're right. 267.
267.
Yeah.
I bust my ass for 12 hours.
Yeah.
So why do I need to take more than $200 in a trade? Like, go for it.
I totally
That's
agree. Yeah.
5 minutes. Normally, 5-10 minutes. So why do I need to risk more than my day's wages?
Yeah. I agree.
It doesn't make sense.
No, but that's the bigger picture, like patience, bigger picture, seeing the process, seeing that today doesn't matter.
And
today is just a drop in the bucket.
Today I made over $4,000.
It's crazy. I'm down. I'm $5 red. And I'm like thinking just to stop. I don't know. Like yesterday. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, that's $4,000 is over a month of my wages.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, why do I need to risk more? Yeah, I would like to be getting these $100,000 days or whatever these other guys are pulling in, but in realistic, till I get to that point, why do I need to do it? This was a month's worth of work in today's session.
Yeah. I was actually talking with my wife about this today, and we were talking about like compounding because we are investing in our son's investment portfolio, and we were talking about compounding and how much it potentially could be and stuff. And we were talking about this, like, the more risk, the bigger the reward. But like at some point you reach an income from whatever risk you take that is enough. And if you risk more, it's not gonna change your life. Like if you made $4,000 today, right? You're not gonna need more money than that. If you can do that 3 times a week, even 2 times a week, let's be honest, you won't need more money than that. Living whatever comfortable life that you want. If you want more money than that, it's due to ego and it's due to proving yourself and stepping up and blah blah blah. But you're not gonna need it. It's not like you're not gonna need more money than that. I don't think so. Obviously, at some point, it's nice to step it up. But I'm more thinking about this like being humble and accepting the process of every day doesn't have to be crazy.
Yeah, it's
Just
growing.
making it. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, exactly. That's it. It's growing, and I that's what I've seen in myself when I've had good periods and when I've seen other traders have good periods. It's that consistency, that satisfaction with a reasonable amount that accumulates over time. And also, I look at it in terms of the live account. So if you trade 20 prop accounts, right? That's $2,500 risk on each account. That's 50K live. If you compare it, right? If you take 2 micros on each account, that's 4 minis, right? So if you put yourself in the mindset of if I had a 50K account, I trade 4 minis. It's maybe a little bit steep, but you know we don't have a choice with props because they don't let us trade 1.5. But still, if you make equivalent to what you risk, $200 on each account, you make 4K on a 50K account. That's 8%. That's if you had a 50K account and you made 4K, the numbers are staggering if you do that 2 times a week over a year. It's
what
mental.
How many trading days are there in a year, right?
255.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I remember that somewhere.
Okay, because I remember growing up. 251.
251. Okay, I think it varies a little bit by year to year, but if you call it 250.
Yeah. So I read. It was when I was first starting trading. I was in someone's Discord and they were talking about size. Oh, that was a nasty candle.
Yeah.
They said if you make $300 a day trading, that's 75 grand a year.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
So let's take this $200 analogy. Say 400 grand with your 20 accounts, right? Times 251. Oh goodness! Take a guess how much that is.
No, like 10 million?
No, it's 1 mil.
So, okay, come again. Give me the calculation once again.
$4 grand every single trading day. That's what you average.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
$1 million. $1,004,000 at the end of the year.
Yeah, and that's if you don't compound in percentages. So if you, and that's when it becomes staggering. If you say you start with a 50K account, right, as you're trading now, approximately, and you risk a reasonable 4% or whatever per trade, right? Even just call it 5% per trade, and you make 5%, and you have 3 winning days out of, still, I calculated this, and it's like, it's millions, if you compound it. And that's why I'm thinking, so sitting and we have access to all this capital with prop trading, why not treat it realistically? And I think that was a big breakthrough for me. And I think we all manifest the thoughts that help us. But this thought was one that sort of helped me realize that if I trade 10 accounts, for example, I trade 25K. If I take 1 micro or 2 micros, I risk like 6% per trade or whatever. If I make the same, and if I did that with a live account, even just trading 2 days a week, I'd be like 15xing my account, 20xing my account over a year. The money is ridiculous. So if you want to sit and it's absolutely insane, and I think honestly, you know, that's what we all should go for, you know, in the future when we are ready. And if we want to sit and gamble, you know, with like risking 20% of our account or whatever on one trade, I just like, why would you do that? If the prospects of you making 5% a day gives you 10x or 15x your account after a year, why do more? Is it not enough? You know what I mean? Like, it's 1.5 mil from 50K or whatever. It's not enough.
We have the saying in the Mennonites, and you've probably heard it before, but they say with money, with new money comes new light. And I think that's true to some extent with some of this stuff, but you have to keep it in perspective.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. Yeah, I agree. You know, we're not gonna...
That is an insane amount of money.
I know.
Here in the States, you'll pay back probably at $400,000 in taxes.
Yeah. If you try to do...
That's $600K walking home.
Mm-hmm. Wow. If you try to do like 50K start, 15% weekly, right? I think that's doable to do 15% weekly. After 1 year, you will have 20 million. It's ridiculous. That's if you compound all your gains. If you do 10% a week, after 1 year from 50K, you will have 3.7 million.
And
you know, and that's 10% a week. No, of course not.
Realistic because when you're live, you're gonna have problems getting that many contracts filled.
Of course.
But I don't think you're gonna have a problem getting 2 micros per account filled. You know?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, you know,
you're not in long short Discord anymore, are you?
No.
So, one of the, you know, Rena, you remember her, right?
Yeah.
She's been struggling, and there's a lot of comments blaming software, and I'll leave that where it is. I'm not going to go into that.
Software?
Yeah, she's having problems with a lot of trade copying software. Is
okay.
What she's talking about. But she doesn't like Apex, and they're always in there. There's a lot of people always talking about Apex banning people from trading.
Aren't you the big bad wolf?
But I've wondered how many they've had 2 or 3 people this last month that got multi-million-dollar payouts.
Right, big teeth, but also
obviously, a lot of these big payouts are because people are publicly posting their trades. I think if you're not publicly posting your trade, they will probably try to fuck you.
Yeah, but my point of it is there's a lot of people getting banned from trading with them for a year or 2 years. But I wonder how much of that is they're a liability when it comes to trading. Like, they're not offered live because of what they're within the rules. They're making their money within the rules, but they're using high leverage like we're talking about. And the company looks at that and says, okay, well, you've gamed the system. We're going to pay you, but we don't want you to trade under us anymore.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, that's fair enough.
I don't know. That's just something I've been wondering is like, how much of that is because in 40 days you've taken your 150K accounts all the way up to 2 million, got $2 million withdrawals, like 50,000 on each account, you know? How much is that because you are a risk? Because if you're making those type of returns, you're risking a lot. You know what I mean?
You mean because they simply too like risk it all trading?
Yeah, or you know, they'll use
the type of trading that they're doing. Yeah, I see what you mean. So it's like kind of risk it all trading, and Apex don't like that.
I mean,
I
to
see
be
what you mean.
honest, if I was a prop firm and I have people getting that type of payout, number one,
Yeah.
you can't sustain that on a sim funded account, but you don't want to move them to live because if they blow their account or they blow if you're copying them and they blow half your capital, you're just gone, you know.
Yeah, but I think we also have to be honest with ourselves that they are not here to do us a favor. They are here to take advantage of the statistics, and the statistics are that most traders fail, and you know that's just how it is, and it's sad and whatever. But you know, it's life. Like you know, most people that go through whatever some crazy education to do some crazy shit, they also don't get a job. Like you know, you don't become a famous Hollywood actor just because you take acting classes. Exactly. You know, it's I don't know, like it's just how it is, and these businesses, yeah, it seems cruel, you know, to take advantage of this, but it's a good business model, and you know I respect it. And if people they become a liability and they take out too much money, of course they're gonna close the shop.
Yep.
You know, they will say, okay,
Well,
here you go,
the other thing
take your money.
You know, we say they're taking advantage of people, but on the same hand, all traders are thinking they're going to take advantage of the house.
Yeah, of course.
That's the other side of the story is we can plead that we're being taken advantage of, but on the same hand, we're trying to take advantage of those prop firms. They offer us great return on investment, and they offer some of us that don't have much capital to start.
Yeah, I agree. All we have to do is just have patience. Don't what is it called? Like, don't give in to the rules that they make in order to make us pass quick, or make us do this and that quick, or make us get a payout within a window and all that sort of stuff. And like I've taken 10 days, with my evals, and I need a few hundred to pass them. But I'm thinking like my mindset is still, if that was a live account, right, that would have been 10 days to almost double them. It's almost too incredible to why would I worry about that? Why would I even, what am I worrying about? You know what I mean? So if I have to pay the fees again, like they were so small, and I don't give a shit, because I want to treat this as professionally as I can. And basically, you just have to pass the accounts twice and you can take a payout. That's how I think about it. So you pass them once, that's the eval phase, and then you pass them again, that's the, I know it's a different way of how you're doing it, and I think probably the way you're doing it is better, but I wanted to live by this mindset of
we're in different situations too, right? I've had several payouts now. Well, I'll say this. I thought I was ready for 20 accounts. I wasn't. I'll admit that last 8 days, the last week that I traded those things, my stress level was out the roof.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I passed it, but like now that I've got that payout, I feel a lot more confident and a lot more settled. And I'm not so afraid trading, but dude, that was rough. I was not mentally ready for that much leverage.
No. I will have the same when I move to funded. I will have the same. But I'm hoping that this eval phase, doing few hundred each day, taking small red days and stuff like that, I'm hoping that will be a good start.
Yeah. And
that's the plan.
I've realized my kryptonite is Asia. I'm good in London. I'm good, decent in New York. But Asia, I am shit. I'm a shit trader.
I don't trade anything else than New York. I've decided, like, I would love to trade London because it fits my hours better. Like, it's 8 o'clock in the morning where I live, which is obviously nicer to finish your work day at 9, 10 o'clock and then go and enjoy your day. But it's just, I don't see it. It doesn't move the way that I want it to. I don't get this, like, momentum most, not very often.
It's only certain times during London, though. Like
Yeah, it can happen.
3 to 4 o'clock is like my jam. After that, I'm not great.
No, I've seen London and sometimes it moves really well.
But no, like if it doesn't, if you can't see it, you can't see it. You know, you'll see stuff that I
No.
can't see.
Yeah, I like New York. I don't know. I think it's. I don't need anything else.
Give me one moment. I'll be right back.
Hmm.
Drive the dark away, and night becomes as bright
Okay, I'm
as
back.
day.
I had to go get a needle from my wife's sewing kit.
Oh, why?
My mouse is getting a little dirty. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna clean it out. Get some of that junk out of the sides. I guess I don't keep my stuff clean enough, or I have dirty hands.
What mouse do you have?
House. I got a Final mouse. I love their mice.
It's this very light one, isn't it?
Yeah, they're sick. I've had 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I like more robust. I have a Logitech G43. Like it's bigger, has rubber sides, and I don't know. I tried all these smaller mice, and I don't like this finger hold. I kind of like that my hand is sort of resting on it.
Oh, sure. You like, well, and you're not gaming, so it's that much, right?
No, I'm not gaming at all.
So you, ergonomic mouse makes a lot more sense for you.
Yeah, I think so. That was what I was reading as well.
I got a new keyboard. I'm still a little undecided on it. I think I actually am having problems with my computer.
What size is your keyboard?
I got a 4.
Oh, okay.
I was having some issues with my other keyboard, like the space bar wasn't depressing on both sides evenly anymore. So it was wore out. I'll admit that. But I got this new one, and I'm still having some issues in some programs. So I'm wondering if there's something wrong with my USB hub or something on it.
Maybe. What keyboard is it?
What is it? It's the one Fuli recommended. Give me a second here. Oh, Wooting. W-O-O-T-I-N-G.
Yeah, okay. I don't know that brand. Mine is HyperX. I like the tiny one. And I mean, this tactical clicking I love it. It's so nice. I've had Logitech before, and
so you have a mechanical one.
Yeah, mechanical, tactical, like the red. They go these like blue and red and green or whatever, brown or whatever. Yeah, the red one. And I just like the way that it clicks. Yeah, obviously sometimes I'm missing the arrows. That's a bit annoying that I have to use the FN and then the arrows.
Oh,
but I really like the. Yeah, I have the 60%.
Yeah. I need the number pad, so that's why. Otherwise, I want to try. I'm thinking about getting one just to try for a while, 75 or 60.
Where magic meets the sea.
Yeah, I think the 75 is a good alternative. I like the 60. It took some getting used to, but I really like the way it looks, and I think it makes for.
It's not just for celebrities.
Dude, I found another one that I really want to try.
Switch you to Mint Mobile today.
What is
I'm told
it's
it's
called?
super easy to do at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment
It's
of
an
$45
ergonomic
for 3-month plan,
that's
equivalent
really
to $15
sick for
per
if you
month
do much
required.
typing.
Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available.
Try
Fees
send-
and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like early pay. Moving up payday so you could get your money faster.
Trying
Up
to
to
remember
2
whose
days
podcast
faster.
he's on.
And there's no cost.
The guy
It's
that
your
runs the
money, right?
podcast.
So stop playing the waiting
Lex
game.
Friedman.
It's just one more way we're
My
looking out for
strength
people every day. Is your bank looking out for you?
The Indian Prime Minister who fasts all the time.
Yeah, you listen
Visit your
to that one,
neighborhood
right?
Huntington branch or make the switch
Yeah,
at
it's good. I like it. I'm fasting today as well because I have inflammation in my sinuses, and
Yeah.
I usually do a bigger fast when I get something like that because I want to try and reduce inflammation and the body to produce some ketones and go into this regeneration mode. Obviously, it's just furious because no one wants to put actual medical research into it.
Oh yeah. He uses the Genesis keyboard.
Genesis keyboard.
2.0, I think the one he has. Genesis Advantage keyboard.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, okay. It's like old school typing kind of thing,
Yeah, but have you looked much
Like
into
where-
them? So
No.
So the cool thing is like your backspace is a thumb button, your delete's a thumb button, and then your space bar is like a thumb button on the right. But then the other thing is when your hands are centered on the home row, which is like the bottom of the dip, your fingers are never any farther from any other key. They're always equal distance to any other key there.
It's cool. I just think because I use the mouse and the keyboard simultaneously, I don't think I would ever need this.
Yeah.
Only if I were typing a lot.
No, that's the thing. Not unless you type a lot.
No, I don't do that. I have a MacBook Air, which I use for typing because I really like these small clicky keys. I think they are so nice for typing.
Oh yeah, dude. I guess the money's getting to my head, but I've wanted a MacBook and I keep thinking about getting one, and I've been
Do
thinking
it.
about building a new computer.
Do it.
It's like several years old.
It's investments as well. It's not stupid shit. You're
Yeah.
buying something that will help you. It's not like if you went out and bought a watch, for example, that might have been sort of like, okay, whatever. It's maybe not the smartest, but still, if you bought a watch that kept its value, I don't think that's a bad idea either. You have to also spend your money on something.
Did you say, by the way, you were talking about watches? Did you say you got a day date or just which one did you?
No, Submariner.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go back.
So like the sporty version.
Oh, sure.
But I mean,
I'm thinking
I'd say knock yourself out.
before I go do some of that. I have some debt where I pay off with this payout.
I would never put an item on a payout, if that makes sense. I read the first Market Wizards book. Have you read that one? So there was the guy, right? He was talking about he was making millions on trading, right? And this goes back like it's back to Paul Tudor Jones and that age, right? So it's these old school traders. And there was this big trader. He was making millions on trading, and he wanted to buy this house in France or whatever, and it was a few million. And he said, okay, I just put on this one trade, or I put on this one thing, I do this and then I'll buy the house with the profits, right? And he couldn't let go. He couldn't accept that the trade was a loser because of the fact that he had a material thing tied to it, if that makes sense. So I think I remember that very clearly from that book, and I think it's a very, very good advice that
the trade, even though he intellectually knew it was a losing trade.
Yeah, exactly, and he stuck to it, and he kept at it, and yeah, it was. I think that was that's good advice. So I would just trade the system and don't put a material thing. For example, like okay, when I get my 40K payout or whatever, I'm gonna buy this car because on the last 2 days or something before the payout, the mind is gonna be so focused on getting that thing. It's like. I think we don't accept the
I haven't
loss.
gone that far, but yeah, I see what you're saying. That's very wise.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, don't do that. Just, I think the process, make few hundred here and there, and if you get a big trade, then take it and cut your losses quick and blah blah blah, and it's gonna add up. It's gonna reward us. And yeah, I think you should buy yourself a new computer if you're having. It's 5 years old. Come on. Usually a good computer lasts about 5-6 years.
Yeah. No, it's good. I like, at the end of this, when I'm no longer profitable, if I ever reach that point, I think I'd rather have no debt than I would have a bunch of toys.
Of course.
So that's
I
what
totally
I'm
agree.
on. But I
Yeah,
think I'm gonna treat
I
myself
agree.
eventually here.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good place, definitely. It's also a calming place to be, where in the future that if you hit a rough patch with your trading, it's easier to lean back and say, okay, my liabilities are lower. I can maybe, go for it. Like I can risk, to focus on my trading or whatever it takes. But if you still have debt and a bunch of material shit,
And then that will play on your mind mentally even when you're trading.
Oh, definitely, yeah, 100%. I agree. It was the first thing I did as well. I paid off my debt when I got my job and all that sort of stuff. Like as soon as I got into a decent wage, I paid off my debt.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not basically not working this.
Ryan Reynolds here from
either,
Mint Mobile.
so
I don't know if you knew this, but anyone
sure
can
we
get
have
the
some
same
money around
premium
just in case
wireless for
something
$15 a month plan that I've been enjoying.
Of
It's
course.
not just for celebrities, so do like I did and have one of your
Of course.
assistants switch you to.
I heard this guy on Instagram, and I know probably you shouldn't take life advice from people on Instagram, but he said that 50% of your money should go towards the future and 50% of your money should go towards today. I kind of like, of course, but say that you make whatever a decent wage on trading. Say that you make 10K on trading after tax, like a nice round number. I don't think it's unrealistic to say, okay, 5K goes towards, building myself a future where my future self is happy. And then 5K goes towards rewarding myself and living life. Because as you said, you don't know what's going to happen. And that can go both ways. It can go the way that, okay, you lose your income stream, then it's good to afford about the future. But it can also go the way that you lose your time in this world. And then it's nice to have focused on today.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just want.
But obviously, with an old wage.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I understand. I understand, man. I understand. I think that's the right mindset, because that also spills into your trading.
Yeah,
if you want to be wise with the music. Because if it's like, oh yeah, start looking at Mercedes G-Class, for 50K or whatever they cost, 100K. I think that sort of, again, it goes into the mindset of wanting things quick and not following the process.
Well, and that's where a lot.
And it's just a recipe for.
That's where a lot of these traders go, and I don't want to be a furu.
Yeah. No, I don't want that either.
I've noticed something.
I was talking with boss about this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this furo shit. I don't want that either. But I still think when you think about like martial arts and you never become a master if you don't become a trainer. It's impossible. Like you won't reach the master state.
Yeah,
if you don't become a trainer. I think that's definitely something about teaching other people. But I don't want to have like a channel and all that sort of stuff.
Well, the
no,
difference though is
never.
A furu is not necessarily a master. A true, like, you think, like,
No.
to your point, a true master is a very humble person. That's very deadly, if I can put it that way.
Definitely.
He knows his, let's put it this way, he knows
Yeah.
his craft, and he doesn't flaunt it. Whereas these furus, they flaunt their craft,
No.
whether they know it or not, And I don't
Yeah,
want to be that
I agree.
person. I know it's tempting to become that person,
No.
but I don't want to become it.
No. I agree.
And
it's
that's
also a
something-
matter of like,
Go ahead.
how much money do we need? How much money do you really need? Like, if you can make, I don't know, 20K before tax each month, like, in order for you to increase the value of your life, like the quality of the life you're living, we're talking, riches, you have to make 5 times more than that. Because to go from 20k to 50k, it won't change your life. It's just you're gonna drive a little bit nicer car, go on a little bit nicer holidays, and live in a house 1 postcode closer to the nicer area with 1 more bedroom, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna change your life. Plus, maybe for that amount of money, you will end up exchanging your freedom for more money. I'd rather go the other way. I'd rather get more freedom and then have a little bit less money. Yeah, it is. But these gurus who have all these channels and stuff, like, why do they need all that extra money?
Well, it's something that I've noticed even with the people that I'm not clearly where I've cut myself off completely from social media and these gurus. But I've noticed that the people I still watch and learn from, number one, they're very humble, and they don't care what anyone thinks about what they're doing. Like, Tanya Trades is one example that I would say I probably watch her the most if I watch any. And Lumi.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 that I really follow any bit. And
Yumi or whatever she's called.
yeah, they don't plot their stuff really. They're pretty humble, and they don't really care what you think. They're just trading. And I've learned a lot from that mentality, you know?
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. I don't think there's anything wrong with trying to help people. I don't think there's anything wrong with having an audience and trying to help people. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And like, when Yumi or whatever her name is, she writes these books and stuff, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because that's like the master, perfecting her own craft, his own craft, by trying to teach people. But it's this, all you need is one set of life, and like, once you learn this, everything clicks, and like, showing a picture of a Mercedes or some. It's like, come on, dude, like, it's more complicated than that. It's not just once you learn this life. Yeah, it's inducing FOMO. It's like doing everything you shouldn't do, right? It's getting people to buy a fucking course. That's what it is. Let's be honest.
I get a kick out of watching some of Patrick Whelan's videos. I don't follow any of the shit he says, but he's like a very gaudy FOMO guy, always attacking ICT, and I just sit there and I laugh at him, because that's not the person I want to become. And I use that as a check. Am I becoming that type of person? Well, if I am, I gotta get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I have a good wife. She wouldn't let me do that. She'd kill me in my sleep.
No, my wife wouldn't. Yeah, my wife wouldn't let me do that either.
I'm very thankful for that.
I just want freedom and a good network, like of good traders, you can talk to, because as you know yourself, no one outside this world understands anything of what you're talking about. They all just think it's gambling. And even if they try to understand, they don't understand, because it's complex.
And few people outside of work that know what I do, but
yeah,
I keep it very, very limited.
Yeah.
One of my brother-in-law knew I was starting to trade at one point, and I went home last year, and he was asking me if I figured much more about day trading, and then he was talking about it because I didn't answer him on it. And I just had to laugh at his misconception of how they work, how his vision of a day trader is. It was funny. I didn't laugh in his face, but afterward I told my wife, I was like, he has no idea what he's talking about. And she's like, no, he doesn't.
Yeah.
She knows I trade, but I don't tell her a lot either, just because.
No.
I think she would appreciate it if I did, but it's not really her interest.
I also think it's more helpful for us not to tell anyone outside, because other people's opinions, they affect us, and if we talk about trading, you know, the fact that, for example, oh, you've been trading for X years and you haven't made it yet, and it's just like made it, and it's people's, you know, way of looking at trading, and if you do it before a trading day, it can really affect you. It can affect you negatively, or it can affect you positively. It can fuck with your emotions, and I think only a trader knows that and is able to actually have a conversation that would be remotely helpful. I just think for me, I found not telling anyone, or for example, telling people, you know, I look at a little bit of trading, but I haven't traded for a while, whatever. Just like so they don't talk about it. I think that's it's the most helpful for me. I don't talk with it like with my wife. I used to, but I don't really, because I found that when I was talking with my wife about trading, I sort of I used her as a medium to reinforce a lot of my own opinions, and if I had a good day, I was like reinforcing, you know, trading was good and easy, and if I had a bad day, I was reinforcing trading was, and I think I sort of I amplified my own emotions, and I don't think that was very helpful for me. So I'm
I have the policy, if she asks about it, I'm not going to not tell her. But like,
no, I won't lie.
I didn't tell her I took the big payout, but she saw I was looking at computers last night. It's like, yeah, I took a little money out, but I'm not going to. I don't know. I guess
it's also about being humble. I think, you know, the mindset that you're in, you know, if you're treating it humbly, you will also have a higher tendency to take smaller consistent days, which will give you a bigger chance of getting to the next payout.
Yeah.
I think so, at least.
And like family, I don't really want to tell them, because I have some family members, if they know you have any little bit of money, they're always asking for it. And
yeah, okay. No, it's bad.
They've shit on trading. You know how it is. There's gambling and it's degenerate and it's not adding to society. But I know as soon as they know that I have money from trading, well, why aren't you paying for supper? Or let's go do this. And then they want you to pay for it. I mean, they still do that even if you have a decent job.
Yeah, because they think that the money was made easy. So they think that, oh, you know, it was easy money from gambling. Let's just go and piss away your money. Yeah. I understand. It's people don't get it. They don't get it. That's how it is.
0.68. Sorry, I'm talking here. I'm entering my trades into the sheet. 220.18.
Cocksucker! I forgot to download my trades of Ninja to put them. I will do that as well. And then I'll go get a little bit of vitamin D before I pick up my son.
Yeah. So I took one more
I actually feel. You took one more trade?
Yeah, I just one micro MES. So I'm up to 220 across all accounts. So
yeah, I took one more as well.
$4,600 on the day, $4,649.
Pretty good, eh?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, you should be. I'm up $65 in account, and I'm happy with that. That's fine. It's a green day.
Cool.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not gonna push for it. I don't see price. We already took, you know, the level I was hoping for. Like, I don't see it.
We're going for a previous week high. I'm pretty clear on that.
Yeah. Probably, but we're probably gonna get a nice big pullback or something before that. I'm just not gonna sit and watch it. Usually 11 o'clock is my cutoff time as well.
Yeah. If we don't get a pullback this PM and tomorrow, I think we will.
Yeah. Do you use any journaling software?
I don't really journal.
I don't really journal either, but I track my sort of like Just my trades and it's trader thing.
No, I've been using my sheet, and that's it. And then I have a notebook that if I need to write stuff down, I'll write down in that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm of two minds with that software. It's good, but for a while I couldn't afford it, so I didn't afford it. And
No.
now I kind of trade without it, so I don't know. I probably should use it, but I
Don't know. I think it's good for stats and stuff, just to kind of learn your trading, like, you know. For example, I've seen my average winner hold time is shorter than my average loser hold time. It's just kind of like you discover these things and maybe something you want to be working on.
Yeah.
Not that it makes a difference, to be honest.
I know my Tradeify account has some of that information in it. If I want
I usually do these prop accounts, don't I? Yeah, cool. I will pop off as well, I think.
I am shutting down my stream.
Well, there's a good bit of psychology about trading prop firms in there.